Come. All right, Shalom, Mizu, Shalom, Yashalar, Brother Tazwam, good prayer, y'all are coming back at you with these precepts, and yet another cold cut. Giving, of course, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Mashak, Wamalak Yahweh Shah, to the Dock of the righteous, giving the mighty Kapal Kapayim, Lazakwan, Bayat Hadawad, right? That's double honor to the elders of the house of David, that's been laboring and adorning his truth, and sincerely, right, pushing his truth to the four corners of the earth, 20, 25, 30 plus years, giving mighty counsel, exhortation, building up the young men, passing out knowledge and wisdom, right, that this truth is able to be spread abroad to all the mighty elders in this truth. Bid you a strong, hearty shalom, right? Also giving a mighty Yahbashim Yahshabrakatham to all the mighty Akim on the highways and byways, pushing the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity, pureness of heart, on the highways, the hedges, the byways, making their body a living sacrifice and bidding all that they can to the marriage of Hamashak Wamalak Yahweh Shai. Also giving a strong shalom to all those brothers taking notes, getting built up and steadfast, building your way up to go on the highways and byways, building all you brothers new into the truth, right? Building yourself up as well. A strong, hearty shalom as well, right? As well as giving a hearty shalom while Yahbashim Yahshashama Thumb to all the Akwaf in this truth. Married, unmarried, reverencing their husbands, raising up the children decently in order and in righteousness to the law, statutes, commandments. Also laboring in this truth through thy many offices, cooking, sowing, submissive, giving alms, charity, working with thine hands, walking and being a mighty Proverbs 31 woman, right? Taking on the characteristics of a Titus 2 woman, right? And building up the young woman in this truth as well. Right, to all the mighty sisters, I bid you a hearty shalom. And also, of course, last but not least, giving a mighty strong, hearty shalom. Why Yahbashim Yahshai Brak Washama Thumb to all the mighty Banyam, the mighty children in this truth. Right, reverencing their and honoring that mother and that father, taking notes, being built up, steadfast, diligent, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and being a light and pillar in this world of darkness as well. To all Ezra, I bid you a shalom. Through the Spirit, wanted to touch on households, right? Building up your households, right? Cleaning out idols, man. Right? Because we're living in the last days, and especially running rampant in Israel, there's a lot of brothers' households being overthrown, man. All right, let me get the classic. All right, let me get the classic. Sirach, chapter 27, and verse number 3. And it reads, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. All right, so we must always remember to keep ourselves in the fear of the Lord, man. All right, and we know that the Lord, man, right, he's judging the tents of his people first. All right, let me get that real fast. All right. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, and verse 16. Yet, if any man suffer as a Christian, let him be ashamed, but let him glorify Yahweh on this behalf. For that time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him, and well doing as unto a faithful Creator. Right. So if you're coming in this truth, right, if you're following after Hamashak Yahushua, right, through all things, right, from Genesis to Revelation, man. Right, being and walking as a true Christian and this thing as an Israelite, right, then you must understand that judgment is going to begin at the house of the Most High, man. And the Lord said, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall be soon overthrown. Right, so we must also understand, right, also let me back and going back to Proverbs, right, 8 and 4. Right, another classic, man. Right, because the Lord said, right, that he calleth unto the men, right? Right, so the Most High, right, he called unto, right, the man to be the leader of the household, man. Right, so if you're out of order, right, your woman is going to be out of order, right, your children is going to be out of order, right. You can't be the only one in the dark, in the secret praying, man, right, in the corner, right, by yourself reading, man, right. If you're not sitting down, right, reading with your wife, reading with your children, right, if you're not building them up as well, they're going to fall back into the wayside. Right now, you may say, "Oh well, I'm reading, I'm getting built up," but you're being slothful, man. Right? Let me read this real fast. Proverbs 8:4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Right? So you must also understand these things, man. Right, because the Most High, he may give you a abundance of things, man. Right, and man, he'll get complacent. Right, let me get this real fast in the book of Revelation. All right, Revelation chapter 2 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It reads, "Unto the angel of the church of Ephesus write these things, saith he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil, and hast tried them which say they are apostles, and are not, and hast found them liars, and has borne, and has patience, and for my name's sake has labored, and has not fainted." Right, so you may be or present yourself, right, as a mighty man of the Most High, right? You may do videos, you may go to camp, you may teach, right? Yeah, but the Most High, he still found something, right, that was wrong with this church. It reads verse 4, says, "Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. Remember, therefore, from whence thou art fallen, and repent, and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and will remove thy candlestick out of its place, except thou repent." Right, so the Most High, he may have given you a abundance of things, man, and abundance of wisdom, and abundance of knowledge, understanding. Okay, may have given you a wife, multiple wives. Okay, may have given you children. May have given you luxury and wealth and riches. Right, and then you may have eased up, right, taking your hand off that plow, man. Right, it's certain brothers, they may understand a breakdown one time, right, but then you forget to go over it, man. Right, you read the Bible one time, right, now you feel like you don't have to read anymore, man. Okay, you kind of went into a few breakdowns. Right, or you may have felt that you kind of been in this truth for a long enough portion, man. Right, and you stop going as hard as you once did, man. Right, or stop being as vigilant and observing those things on you that may be ready to die on you, man. Okay, and you may so-called slip in this truth, man. Right, and then in that repenting as much as you did, fasting, reading, right, praying, man. Hey, you got to remember that zeal, that flame, that candle that you had when you first came into this truth, when you were up all night watching videos, writing down breakdowns, right, being a scribe, man, right, writing out every precept that was brought out on the videos, man, right, writing down every precept that was brought out at every camp that you went to, man, right, every so-called live class, or every so-called classroom that you went to. And you got to remember that same zeal, that same fire, that same passion that you once had, man. Okay, and to not let your hand or your works, man, to begin to slack off, man. right? That's what the Lord said in Proverbs, man. Right? Let me get this in Proverbs, right? The 30th chapter, right? Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 7. It reads, 2 things have I required of thee, deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? And lest I be poor and still, and take the name of my God in vain, man. Right? And some brothers are like that, man. You know, they may get a bit of wisdom, man, right? A bit of understanding, and then they begin to get high-minded, man. Right now, men are claiming to be the Most High, man. Right now, men are claiming to be Yahushua. Right now, men are claiming to be King David, right? Peter, right? Zechariah, right? Now, men are claiming to be Zerubbabel, right? Back on the earth, man, right? And all of these things, right? And making themselves right full, and denying the power and all things that the Most High has given, right? Old Testament only, right? Now only New Testament only, man, right? And bugging themselves out in this thing, man. Okay, right? We must remember to be humble, right? Go back to the first works and always examine ourselves, man. Right? Let me get that in 2 Corinthians. Right, 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse number 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates, man. Right, so the Lord said to examine yourselves, right? Know ye not your own selves, man. Right, prove yourself, man. Okay, right. Don't get complacent, man. Right. Don't let the works that you once did in your household begin to slack. Right. Don't be getting comfortable in this truth, man. Right. That's why the Lord said in Micah 2:10 to arise ye and depart. Right. For this land is not your rest, man. Right. Don't get overly so-called satisfied, man. Right. Don't think just because you received a breakdown, man, that you can't go back over again, man. Right? That you can't go back and add precepts to it, man. Right? Or to sharpen yourself with the knowledge that the Most High has given you. Right? To make sure that you retained it, man. Right? Because once a man starts to do that, that's when Satan comes and robs you, man. Right? Right, or as they say, catch you lacking, you know, for the so-called modern day terms, man. Okay, this is the book of St. Luke, chapter 11, and verse number 21. When a strong man armed keepeth his palace, his goods are in place. But when a stronger than he shall come upon him and overcome him, he taketh from him all his armor wherein he trusted, and divideth his spoils. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places seeking rest, and finding none, he saith, I will return unto my house whence I came out. Right, and these are these demons or spirits, man. Okay, right, because when a man is fully armed, right, he got his so-called security jacked up, man. Right, his fortress looks quote unquote impenetrable, man. But when a stronger than he shall come upon him and overcome him, he taketh away all his armor. Right, and brothers and sisters, right, may have seen the so-called Purge movie, man. Okay, right, these so-called shows, right, where they got the so-called they put down the metal gates. Okay, they board up the so-called windows, and the rooms and doors are all locked and shut up, man. Right, but hey, then Satan or these demons, hey, they may come with a battering ram, man. Right? Or they may so-called hack your so-called system. Right? So-called one so-called door, one so-called window, it gets breached. Okay, it gets hacked. Right? Right? Because the enemy doesn't always have to come at you straightforward, man. Right? There may be so-called tactics, right? Whether those tactics, right, maybe spirits, right, telling you, hey, well, it's okay. You know what? You read enough, right? Hey, man, hey, didn't you read like 10 chapters today? Hey, give yourself a break. I'd be like, hey, you don't want to over exhaust yourself or burn out, man. Right? Just take a day off. Take 2 days off. You know what? You ain't read all week, man. Right? Hey, you know what? It's cool. Hey, you'll get back to it next week, man. You know what? Hey, you ain't read in 3 weeks, man. Hey, you know what? Hey, just, try again next month, man. All right? That's off, man. Those are spirits. Those are demons. Right? You should immediately jump into a fast. Immediately start reading. Right? Immediately cut on the Bible app, man. Right? Put a video on, man. Right? Do what you gotta do, man, to get yourself back in the spirit, man. Right? And how much more, right? Then jumping into, and as soon as these spirits arise, right? Start to read, man. Right? Start to pray, right? And also call upon the Most High. Right? Understand, right, that these are so-called spirits, right? Breaking down and tearing down, right, the walls, the foundations, and stones inside of your household. Okay? Read it on. Right? Verse number 24. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and finding none. He saith, I will return into my house whence I came out. And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Right, so now, right, instead of a so-called lazy demon, right, that slothful demon, right, you got a complacency demon. Right now, you got a I don't want to come to camp demon. Right now, you got a excuse demon. Right now, you got a well, I'm always unclean, so I got to take this week of a camp off demon. Right, and then next thing you know, right, week turn into a few weeks. Right, and then a few weeks turn into a couple months, right, and then a couple months, man, turn into you've been out the truth, for a year, but you was going hard, you was going strong. Right now, you damn listening to NBA, right, young boy, okay, damn Blueface, right, smoking weed, okay, committing all types of lewdness and vanity, man. Okay. Right. Why? Because you're not having yourself, right, built and girded, man. Okay. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 10. It reads, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. Okay, right. Again, right. These so-called demons, right. These so-called spirits, man, right, are not always going to come in, right, and take a rock, take a brick, right, and break the so-called glass window, right, make noise. Okay, they're not going to so-called come, right, and walk and see the so-called lasers, man, right? And trip the damn sirens, man. Right? It says, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. Right? And what's spiritual wickedness, man? Right? Right? These are so-called cookies, man. Right? Which all the when you go on these certain sites, man, and you accept cookies, right? For those who may not know, for those who may not be tech savvy, right? The word cookies or cookies itself is a so-called just a different way of saying tracker, right? Of allowing the so-called places, right, or websites to attract you, right? Why do you think, right, that every time you so-called on your phone, you get that pop-up at the right time, right? You wasn't even thinking about your phone, right? You wasn't even thinking about doing anything, man, right? But then that so-called website pops up, right? That so-called buy me now, hot deal, hot sale, right? This, that, right? Because it's more so-called deceptive, right, to say that you're accepting cookies, right, then you're accepting to be trapped. Right now, you go into a so-called rabbit hole, man. Right now, you in all types of damn sites, right, for so-called 1 hour, 2 hours, right, 5 hours, man. Okay, right, hey, and you didn't read, you didn't study. Right, you've been led astray, right, by the so-called trackers of the rulers of this world, right, and these are so-called crafty counsels, man. Right. That's what you could be thinking of something, right, looking for something, man, right, and then you go type in 2 letters, right, in the so-called search bar, and that thing pops right up. Right, of all the trillion things you can so-called research, man, right? All of a sudden, right, the so-called damn phone knows exactly what you're looking for, right? Exactly what you want, right? You're getting that nasty pop-up, right, from that nasty site, man, that brothers be clicking on, man. Okay, right, verse 13, it reads, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the day of evil, and having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, always praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for the saints, and for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak, man. Right, an ambassador, man, right, is a representative, right? So, as we're putting on this armor, right, putting on the shod, right, to protect our feet, okay, right, making sure that we're washing ourselves, right, with the brass and basin spiritually, man, right, which is the water, right, being the word which cleanses us, okay, right, how Yahweh Shai came in, right, and has anointed us, right, after we've been washed in this truth, okay, having on this whole armor, man, an ambassador, man, right, has to be on point, man, right, has to be making sure that they're presenting themselves, right, to the best of their abilities, man. Right? Because you don't want to make the word or make the Lord to look bad or embarrassed or as a fool, man. Okay? And you must always, right, remember, right, that while you have this armor on, man, right, that you are an ambassador in bonds, man. Right? Not for so-called free will, right? Taking days off, weeks off, right? Months off, right? Years off, man. And this truth, man. Right? But always vigilant. Right? Always disciplined, man. Okay. Let me go to the book, right? First Chronicles. All right, the book of First Chronicles, chapter 16. And I'm going to start at verse number 24. It reads, declare his glory among the heathen, his marvelous works among all nations. For great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised. He also is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the people are idols, but the Lord made the heavens, man. Right, so all the gods, right, of the people are idols, man. Right? Hey, and you got more than just Chemosh, Ashraf, right? So-called white Jesus, right? So-called the cobblestone of Islam, right? Ganesh, Brahma, okay, Buddha, all right? Right? Hey, you got many gods, man. Right? You got men who say, right, that so-called, right, that the black woman is their god and money is their religion. Right? You got literally men, right? Let me get this real fast. Right? Who say gold, right? Slack it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and verse 11. Right? It reads, and the sons of Eliphaz, right, were Taman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kenaz. Right? So even Esau, right, he named his son Eliphaz. Okay? Which means what? That my God is gold, man. Okay, so you got certain men who say that gold is their God, man. Silver is their God, man. Right? So, so-called oil, right? Drugs, man. Right? Drugs is some people's God, man. Okay, you got some people that say well, it's just nothing that I can't do. I'm a slave to the so-called pipe, right? I'm a damn slave or a fiend, right, to that damn needle, man. Right? Whenever whenever that thing call them, man, they come running and do whatever they can to get that so-called fix, that so-called buzz, that so-called high, man. Right? So-called television is people's gods, man. Right? You got certain men that were so-called worship and bow down to it all day, man. Right? They can't put it down. Right? Right? Just like a newspaper, they gotta watch the funnies all day, man. Right? And if they don't, right, they're gonna be all out of whack. Okay, certain people, that their so-called phone is their God, man. I mean, literally, right? That they wake up, right? The first thing they do is so-called get on it, right? And they're on it, right, all day, right? You got brothers calling them, right? Your so-called sister maybe calling you, man. And you damn ignoring them, right? Because you're damn lusting after God knows what, man. Right, these so-called apps, okay, madness, man. Right, children in the background, need that diapers is damn is hanging to the damn ground, man. Right, dragging. Right, ain't changed them in like 8 days, man. Okay, and the whole Sabbath. Right, so you got many of these things in the world that are people's gods. Okay? Let me get this in Genesis chapter 35 and verse number 2. It reads, Then Jacob said unto his household and to all that were with him, Put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments, man. Right? That the so-called trinkets, the so-called gifts, right, that Esau, right, gave unto Jacob's household, man. Right? Even our forefather, through the spirit, understood that these things were strange gods, man. Right? Strange idols, man. Right? And to put them away and to be clean, man. Right? Change your garments. Right? Put off the so-called spiritual cloak of being a Babylonian, man. Right? Take off the garment of being an American, right? Your so-called suit and tie, right? To fit in with this world, man, and to fit in with this society, right? And wanted to get down, right, and to shuck and jive, man. Right? Stop trying to tickle this man's fancy, man. Right? And then lust, right, for the acceptance of the uncircumcised. Okay, let me go to the book of 2 Kings. All right, this is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 23, and verse 4. It reads, And the king commanded Hilkiah the high priest, and the priests of the second order, and the keepers of the door, to bring forth out of the temple of the Lord all the vessels that were made for Baal, and for the grove, and for all the hosts of heaven. And he burned them without Jerusalem in the fields of Kedron, and carried the ashes of them unto Bethel. And he put down the idolatrous priests, whom the kings of Judah had ordained to burn incense in the high places in the cities of Judah, and in the places round about Jerusalem, them also that burned incense unto Baal, to the sun, and to the moon, and to the planets, and to all the hosts of heaven. And he brought out of the grove from the house of the Lord without Jerusalem unto the brook Kedron, and burned it at the brook Kedron, and stamped it small to powder, and cast the powder upon the graves of the children of the people. And he brake down the houses of the Sodomites that were by the house of the Lord, where the women wove hangings for the grove. And he brought all the priests out of the cities of Judah that defiled the high places, where the priests and had burned incense, from Geba to Beersheba, and break down the high places of the gates that were in the entering of the gate of Joshua, the governor of the city, which were on a man's left hand at the gate of the city, man. Right, so, hey, our forefathers, they went hard, man. Right, hey, and this was on a physical level, man. Right, burning out the groves, man. Right, taking out the idolatrous priests, man. Right, breaking down the so-called idols, right, that the places where of so-called sacrifice and incense, right, were offered up, man. Right, and stomped them into powder, man. Right, hey, and then cast the powder upon the graves of the children of the people, man. Right, and how many of us are doing that on a spiritual level, man? Okay, examine, man, right, how much we're giving ourselves over to folly and madness, right, contrary to giving ourselves over to the work of the Lord, man. Right, I mean, how many of us are honestly, right? Ask yourself, right? Be honest, right? How much are you actually rebuking, right? Doing self-examination, man, right? Seeing where your errors are, okay? Right, seeing how you can improve, get better, right? Seeing what is holding you back in this truth, man. Right, because a lot of times what's holding you back from growing, what's holding you back from being built up to the so-called level that you want to be, right? Is yourself, man. Right? You are getting in the way of you, as they say, man. Right? Jake, right? Eve, has to learn how to get out of their own way. Right? A lot of times, right, man be in their own daggone way, man. Right? Right? So, how much more, right, going through, right, cutting down these growths, man. Right? It's a brother, man. Right? He said that, right, if, it's this the so-called app that you put on your phone, right, that it so-called locks, right, and blocks those things, right, that so-called cause distractions, right, or that so-called may make men, right, to go off, right, and you gotta and you can't accidentally, right, go to certain sites, man, right, to go to certain apps, certain things, right, because there is a lock on it, man, right, and you would literally have the so-called bypass, right, and put forth effort, right, to get to certain things, man, right. So how many of us, right, brothers, sisters, right, watching this, receiving the words, right, are actually going through the efforts, right, to break down, right, these idols, these demons, these strongholds, these spirits, man, that are holding you back. And it's truth, man. Right? Okay. Are you letting certain men around you, get away with certain things, or so-called to have you to be enticed, right, to damn wickedness, man? Right? Secretly inviting these demons, these spirits, right, into your tabernacle, your household, your vessel, man. Right? Or are you being strong, man? Right? And cutting these things down. Okay? Let me jump down to verse. All right? Because this whole thing is fire. All right? Let me jump down to verse, right, 23. It reads, "But in the 18th year of King Josiah, wherein this Passover was holden to the Lord in Jerusalem, moreover, the workers with familiar spirits, and the wizards, and the images, and the idols, and all the abominations that were spied in the land of Judah and in Jerusalem, did Josiah put away, that he might perform the words of the law, which were written in the book of Hilkiah the priest, down in the house of the Lord. And like unto him was there no king before him that turned to the Lord with all his heart, and with all his soul, and with all his might, according to all the law of Moses. Neither after him arose there any like him. Notwithstanding, the Lord turned not from the fierceness of his great wrath, wherewith his anger was kindled against Judah, because of all the provocations that Manasseh had provoked him with all." Right, con. Right, Salaki. Right, con. But verse 24, it's like 25 was the point. Right, Josiah in his righteousness, he did what? He turned to the Lord with all his heart, soul, and might. Right, he didn't a halfway, right, half step, man. Right, or like Lot's wife, right, so-called turn back. Okay, right. Once you put your hand to this plow, right, step into this truth, man. Right, you must always be moving forward, man. Right, making sure that your house, right, your household, right, the temple, and all things within it are in order, man. Right, are clean, man. Right, removing all the images and idols and abominations thereof. Right, let me get a few more. Right, close out. Right, let's go to the book of 2 Chronicles, real fast. Right, 2 Chronicles, chapter 15, and verse 7. It reads, "Be strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded." And when Asa heard these words and the prophecy of Oded the prophet, he took courage and put away the abominable idols out of the land of Judah and Benjamin, and out of the cities which he had taken from Mount Ephraim, and renewed the altar of the Lord that was before the porch of the Lord, and gathered all Judah and Benjamin and the strangers with them out of Ephraim and Manasseh and out of Simeon, for they fell to him out of Israel in abundance when they saw that the Lord his God was with him. Right? And more men, right, on the right hand side are also going to join unto you, man. Right? And also strengthen you as well, man. Right? Because what? Because the Lord said to be strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak. Right? Right? Because what? It's also a reward in this thing, man. Right? Stop thinking, right, that your labor and that your work is just in vain, man. Right? Stop thinking that what you did yesterday is good enough for the Most High today, man. Right? Hey, the Lord said, man, to put forth all your strength, man. In Baruch the fourth chapter. Right? For you can never go far enough. Paraphrasing greatly, man. Right? Right? So your reward, man, right, shall be rewarded, man. Right? Not letting these demons overtake you, overthrow you, man. Right? And flip over your household. All right, let me get maybe two more. This Second Chronicles chapter 34 and verse 6. It reads, and so he did in the cities of Manasseh and Ephraim and Simeon, even unto Naphtali, with their mattocks round about. And when he had broken down the altars and the groves, and had beaten down the graven images into powder, and cut down all the idols throughout all the land of Israel, he returned to Jerusalem, man. Right? Come on, right? See that, man? Right? So that's the spirit, right, that we need to be moving into in these last days, man. Right? Repenting, right? Coming back to the Most High, Salaki, right? Right? Coming back to the Most High, right? Seeing, right, all uncleanness, spots, and blemishes, man. Okay, seeing all things, right, that we may be falling short for, man. Right? Right, as right, that the Lord said in Revelation, the third chapter, man. Right, examining, man, right, and seeing those things that are ready to die, man. Right, and strengthening those things, man. Come on. So I'm gonna close out with this. All right. Come on. This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 15. And I'm gonna start at verse. Come on. I'm gonna start at verse number 3. And it reads, and he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father Amaziah had done, save that the high places were not removed. The people sacrificed and burnt incense still on the high places. And the Lord smote the king so that he was a leper unto the day of his death, and dwelt in a several house. And Jotham the king's son was over the house, judging the people of the land. And the rest of the acts of Azariah and all that he did are not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah. So Azariah slept with his fathers, and they buried him with his fathers in the city of David. And Jotham his son reigned in his stead. And in the 38th year of Azariah king of Judah and Zechariah, Slakia did Zechariah the son of Jeroboam reign over Israel in Samaria 6 months. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, as his fathers had done. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. And Shallum, the son of Jabesh, conspired against him and smote him before the people and slew him and reigned in his stead, man. Right, con. Right, see that, man? Right, so either, right, we could walk into the steps of our forefathers, man. Right? Amaziah, right? Asa, Josiah, man. Right? Walk in the acts of our righteous forefathers, man. And have a name, right, of gold, man. Right? More precious than rubies and diamonds, man. Okay. Peaceable, man. Right? Or, right, we can walk and do what's evil, man. Right? In the sight of the Most High, right? In which that evil, it caused leprosy, which is a plague, man. Right? Right? The Lord may send death angels, right, to slay you, to kill you, man. Right? Overthrow your entire household and give it to another man, right? As the Lord did, right, with Nabal unto David, right? In the book of 1 Samuel, the 25th chapter, man. Right? All right, so this is a remembrance, man, to hold yourself diligently in the fear of the Lord, man. Right? Not to walk and to have yourself cast astray, man. Right? Right? Understanding, right, the iniquities, right, the destruction that our forefathers have fell from, and to learn. Right? Right? For the scriptures were written for our learning's sake. Right? Not for them to be cast aside into darkness. So with that, brother Atazwam, goodbye, Allah, coming back at you with his precepts, and yet another cold cut, giving, of course, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Mashak, Wamalak Yawashai, Hatazadaki. Hope this lesson was edifying. Until the next time, right, Israel, keep staying steadfast, right, keep fighting the good fight, right. All hell is breaking loose, man, right. Remember thy creator and thy end, man, right, and faint not in these last days. So with that, again, brother, goodbye, y'all, watchman for Israel, right, Kwam Yashala, Shalom.